Greetings, this is G-Vibes, and you're listening to the Prophet Kwaku on the Nubian Forum People's Talk Show.
Well, this is Tipper Irie, the original ragamuffin, and you know what's there for the Nubian Forum People's Talk Show with the non-fearing, unapologetic, the true Prophet Kwaku. Make sure you keep it locked.
Otep, Itepe Ineke J.R. Senebe. In tune to Nubian Forum People's Talk Show live here on Galaxy. Afiwe.com. We want a deep brainwashing station in this nation. We voted to the nation. Yes, Otep, and greetings in the name of the creating force at the University of Omnipotent Being, that which is greater than ourselves, who has many names. Timaji Laro, Kutu Medupe Lao, Fu, Olodomari, Nkulukulu, Kwame Blaforshe, Mungo, Amanra, Ja, Onyeme, Jiniame, Ashe. We give thanks and praise unto those that came before us, those that cleared the path for us. And we say, Muduba, Fu, to our ancestors who fought the enemies of Mama Africa for the last 6 millenniums. Muduba, Fu, to the ancestors who, in the mangs of musical tyranny that we have been through, bones lay beneath the many seas, the many oceans, the many rivers, the many lakes, the many swamps, the many deserts, the many trees they were lynched from, the many graves of this world. We say, Muduba Fu, Madasif, for your sacrifice. Muduba Fu, for the ancestors who wrote our stories down on stone papyrus scrolls, put them in books, audio and video, so that we would know who we are as a people, what we've accomplished to this great planet, where we're coming from, how we arrive wherever we are, where we were successful, where we built, where they destroyed, where we rise again like phoenix out of ashes. The mistakes we made, our failures, and the corrections we need to do and where we need to go. Muduba Fun to those ancestors. And Muduba Fun to our direct ancestors whose names we do not know, that came over in those bellies of those ships, who survived the journey, who survived the plantations and the centuries of tyranny, so that we could be here today. We honor, we venerate you, and say Madasi for your sacrifices. Akwaba to Nubian Forum People's Talk Show live here on Galaxy Afiwe.com. Yes, so we're there in another thing, and big up to construction for the last 3 hours of revival and roots music, etc. with the sistering that we was playing with. And I can't remember the sistering name, so my apologies, but big up to you anyway, sister. And that last tune that he played by Babande is such a beautiful tune, and you know, those are the days when, you know, Jamaica controlled reggae music in all its form, in its quality, in its distribution, in giving people work, Africans work around the world. You know, they controlled reggae music, and Jamaica was a place to go for reggae music and things like that. And even that they have stolen from us. And so, you know, it's things like that I want to come across in these few hours that we have to speak and discuss. Big up to Siba Muso, Oyemi. Big up yourself, Lennox, old type, on the Facebook. Yeah, me dip on the Facebook, so go up on Kwaku Bonsu. And you can catch me live on the Facebook. I transmit live to the world. I want to say Muduba Fu to all the listeners, the silent listeners out there who's tuning into the show. We give thanks and praises for your ears. But send a text in and, you know, make us know that you're listening. And if you want, if there's some people shy for calling, you know. So if you're shy for calling, you want to make a comment, you can phone, you know, you can send your comment via the text or via the WhatsApp. And the WhatsApp number is 073 779 20703. You know, texting say you're picking us out loud and clear, etc. If you're abroad, it's +44 and you drop the first 0. So we go again, 073 7792 0703. And the interaction number, when I open up the lines, It's +44 if you're abroad. If you're not abroad, it's 0207 193 0174. That's 0207 193 0174. Rise up to all the pilots today on the Sunday show. Dr. Aboo, Chief Procomba by, and the one and only Construction. Rise up in yourself all the while. And Vibes, will be on after me at 8 p.m. Family, there is a lot of things that has happened over the few weeks. As people well know, that woman, Miss Wilson, the woman that they made that documentary of, who they put in a holding cell, which they call a detention center. She was here for over 40 years, 50 years, I think it was. 50 odd years she was here working. For 40 odd years. She went to school here, she worked here, and then when Theresa May came in with a hostile environment, they arrested this woman and told her that she did not have no stay. Locked her up, took away her home, and all these things. And there was a lot of African people from the pioneering people that came here between 1948 and the 70s. Those people, they helped to build this country. And I know it's something that, myself and other presenters and other stations, over the years we've mentioned this. They've given a brief mention on their stations that they run. But have they really looked at the damage that has been done to these people? Because the woman passed away the other day. She was in her 60s, young woman. I don't know what her cause of death. I think she had a stroke or something like that. But this woman died because they chose to abuse her. And what has changed, my brothers and sisters, since the time of our enslavement? What really has changed? Modern technology. Some of us have the freedom to move around on the planet if we have the money to do it. And look at the situation that we find ourselves in now with this COVID-19 thing, this covert operation that they're doing. Because that's what I call it. I call it covert, because it's a covert operation that them depend. They're using it to initiate more infringement on our civil liberties. It is liberties that they're taking. They're cutting off roads. Why are you advertising for people to buy cars and them can't drive it nowhere? Because everywhere you're pushing everything out on the main roads, you're creating congestion. You want to raise the emission level, and then you're going to talk about now extend the emission zone and all these kind of things. These people are a race of devils. They're wicked. They're wicked to eat. They're wicked to every being on this planet, including their own people. They have no regards for people who have to get up early morning, sometimes 7 days a week, for go slave, because it's not work here, go slavery here go. Oh, is it we're on a planet that is created with all that we need to sustain us, yet it's very few that enjoy it, and others are trying to eliminate us off of the planet. You have to really ask yourself the question, who are these creatures that create these diseases to kill other creatures? Who are these creatures that create vaccines that have side effects? Why would you give somebody something saying that you're healing one thing but it have a side effect? And most people that get treated by European medicine and tablets and vaccine don't actually die of what they went to the doctor for. Most of them dead at the prescription where them give them the side effects of it. I'm sure many of you know that they know people personally that is out there that have side effects. They might take so many tablets, that them take so much tablets that the amount of side effects them have, them dead are something else. Know where them go to the doctor for. Who are these creatures that are tempted to prevent herbalists from using herbs to heal themselves? They wanted to patent herbs. This is a few years ago. They wanted to patent the herbs that is created by nature for the betterment of the creatures on the planet. Because it's not just we, the beings that look in human form, that eat the herbs. The animals eat the herbs too. The birds, the insects, and all of that. They eat the vegetables and all them. Something there. Black up, big up yourself every time. Rise up yourself, my brethren. No say I watch me. Give thanks. Pass the word, the Nubian Farm People's Talk Show live on GalaxyAfreeway.com. So there are many things, my people, that we have to look out for. And, I sent out a mission, and the introduction for the show tonight is, what are we actually doing to prepare ourselves in this time for what is to come in the future for our children? What are we really doing? Because we live in a country that we don't have no foothold no more. Especially those of us in Britain. As an African nation of black people in Britain, we don't have a foothold. Yes, 1 and 2 of us might be all right, have properties and things like that individually, but collectively, we don't have anything. Collectively as a people, we don't control an area where we can say, oh yeah, in that area, the black people, them own the businesses, they own the properties, etc. And our young people and maybe that's why our young people are vying for territory, but their ends, because there's nothing there to say that is their own. You understand me I say? And so, Paul Dawkins, hold tight, my brother. And so, they vie for these areas. Many times we come on the station and we have a go. I've done it myself at the youth, them killing each other. Here in Britain, in the Americas, anywhere in the favelas in Brazil, anywhere we are as black people, we tend to murder each other quite indiscriminately. And most of it is over drugs, money, territory, and sometimes just an ordinary dispute can lead to the murder of somebody. You understand me? So, we have to readdress and look at this and see what is it that is causing us to behave in this manner towards each other. This hate that, in a country like the United States of America, where the police indiscriminately, on a regular basis, abuse Africans, and in many cases it leads to death, because not just because the people them don't dead means we shouldn't be upset. Them broke up people, them paralyzed people, and those sort of things. Those stories are not told. I think the stories where the people them dead now becomes the bigger story, but people get paralyzed by these people for life. You understand me? I mean, I watched a video one day. Where they this disabled man. The man them was beating up a disabled man. The man not on a foot. Black man, and them a beat him up. The police, them, This is the contempt that they have for us. You understand me? And the sad thing about that image, it was a black policeman that was involved in that. So if you look at the dichotomy of what we find ourselves in, we still have those overseers on the plantation that is willing to do anything to make the master accept them. as one of their own. The treason of the African race has been going on for thousands of years. We've had this treacherous spirit amongst us for thousands of years. Don't think it's just the other day. This thing are gone. That energy of betrayal has been amongst us from the time of the Ixos invasion in Kemet in 1785, before the Coming Era. And they stayed in Kemet for 200 years because other Kemetians supported them. You understand what I'm saying to you? Other Kemetians supported them. It wasn't until the Africans from Tarseti, otherwise known as Nubia, have raced upon them and run them out and set things straight again. Kemet had several intermediate periods where there was disruption, dissent amongst the people. These are Africans. So we can't always blame the white man. The white man only came the other day. He has used that deceit and treacherous behavior that we have amongst us against us. It is our Hercules' heel, for want of an expression. So what are we doing, really, to address these situations? Yes, we're seeking reparations. And reparations come in many forms. And a lot of our scholars and scholarettes have their own version or interpretation of what reparations is. And all reparations should be got. But as I've always said, reparations is like freedom. It's not something somebody gives, it's something you have to take. Most of us think of reparations in the light of financial compensation, which is a part of reparations. It's part of reparatory justice. But it's not the totality of what reparations is. Reparations, to the majority of it, is about repairing the damage that has been done, addressing the damage that has been done, and putting in measures to assist readdressing that damage and the balance. But not only that, making sure that it doesn't reoccur again. Non-repetition. It is also about us repairing the damage amongst ourselves. And I don't think enough of that is being done. You know, for me, I'm not really interested in unifying with any other group or even having any allegiance with them until we can start the allegiance amongst ourselves. Now, some will disagree with me and some would agree. Well, let me give you my explanation for why I don't want to do that. When you hear me speak, a lot of people believe there's hate in my heart for other groups of beings on this planet. But I have too much love for African people. I don't have no room for hate. But there's room for distrust. I don't trust any of these other groups. Because I know that they're deceiving. I know that they are leeches on the backs of Africans, seeking to steal from Africans what is given to them by the fact that they are Africans and their birthright. So I don't trust them. I know that we have traitors amongst us, but if we're doing something amongst us and it leaks out, we definitely know it's one of us that do it. But if you have another group with you and something leaks out, you automatically assume it's the other group. And the person that leaks it, you'll never find them because they could be one of you. We cannot seek allegiance with people when we don't want to seek allegiance with ourselves. When you have a mandate, let's say, for example, you know, we have the annual African Emancipation Day reparations march next week. This year, it is called African Emancipation Day, Rebellion Groundings, where there will be various things and activities going on to try to Africate the people them about things that they can do throughout the year in terms of seeking reparations. But imagine now if on that day 50,000 black people turn up there. So let's just imagine we get that. Let's will that to be. Imagine if 50,000 Africans or 100,000 Africans turn up to that demonstration on the 1st of Messiah, Brixton, 9 a.m., Winworth Square. Supposing that happens, then what that does, that gives a mandate and gives us power. Because what will happen is they will see that we have our community behind us. You understand me? But if only 1,000 people turn up and 10 people turn up and thing, they're not going to take us serious. 6 years we've been doing this march. 6 years. And I remember specifically on the 3rd year, Leo Mohammed and I think Brother Gege had a meeting with TFL. And when we were telling them what we were going to do, because you don't go to the meeting to ask them, you got to just make them know, because the law says you are allowed to demonstrate. As long as you give them the minimum of 6 weeks notice, you are allowed to demonstrate. That's the law of the country. Because them say them have a democracy and them don't live in a dictatorship. And then the police turned to us and said, tell me something, is this every year? No, first what they tried to do, they said, why don't you do it on the first Saturday of every August? But they said, no, it's on the 1st of August. Every year it'll be the 1st. Whatever day the 1st drop on, that's the day we will have in our event. Yeah? And then they ask us, is this every year? And we say, yeah. That's when I knew they didn't want it to happen. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you Africans, anywhere we are in the world, we have to try to build the bridges that has been broken amongst ourselves first, before we can go and preaching to anybody else about alliances. And it's just OIC things. Grace Garden old type, big up yourself every time. Oniki Moose watching, big up yourself. Yeah? Like all the Indians own Sultan Seba, Kwaku, you are right. And it's true. We don't own nowhere. And to think that we've been here longer than everybody else, including the people who claim to be the indigenous people in here. And we don't even own an area. And the areas that we occupied en masse from the 70s up until the early 90s, the Indians come and take it over. And have all the businesses selling our food to us. Now, if we're dumb enough to allow them to do that, serve our right. We got these Africans coming from the Caribbean and coming back from Africa now, who is almost like they met these people come here because they've got this worshipping of white people. Them love white people. And them God, especially some of them go, people them from yard, and the girl them going on the Indian man shop and them a laugh with them and all them something there. Me hate it. Me hate it when me see them a keke with them. I make the man them and mimic them. You think the man they, you think we could do that to feed them woman? And chat to feed them woman like that? But uno as black woman come here and make the man them a chat to uno so? We're the only people that allows our women to be abused by the enemies. You can't go and chat to no woman in burqa, right? A jihab and all them something there, and a touch her and a mimic her and a mock her and a keke, and she laugh up with you. Them stone her blouse and skirt, but for woman them do them something there. You understand me? Them do them something there. Till all a woman can go in a shop and one little Afghan boy can kick the woman. And the black man them stand up their video. Kick the woman on bed and stand up their video. For kick down the boy. And that's what you do. And make them have to move cautiously. But we have become so weak as a people. We have become so weak, black people, that anybody can do what they want with us. Anywhere, anytime. And so, the reasons for that, in my opinion, is because those of us who claim to be Pan-Africanists, liberationists, or people working for the betterment of our people, we can't even sort out the shit amongst ourselves. We can't even sort out the rubbish that we have. Yes, you're going to have fool in us. It happens. You understand what I'm saying? We have disagreements. It don't mean that we should become enemies. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm willing to work with any Africans who's on the road, who want to do things for the benefit of our people. It's not about who name is out there. It's about the work. It's about us achieving our goals as Africans in this country. Those of us who intend to stay, yeah, even if you intend to stay, support something that we're doing, like we're doing Garvey Town. How much of black organization really come and say, boy, Prophet, in the 16 years, can you talk to us about how can we assist Garvey Town? Garvey Town is yours. 300 acre land, no one on it. Una look for billionaire, take up big old mortgage for 400,000, 300,000, and all them things, which you probably will never pay it back. When you can build something, our parents came here to do better. What they didn't realize is what the ancestral forces was leading them back so they can go back home easier. Can make no beans about this, black people. The white man still owns and controls every colony he ever took us to. You make no beans about that. All them islands in the Caribbean, they own them. Right now, the United States owns Jamaica because Britain leased Jamaica to them. So you need to wake up. Any little change you not have. And we're always trying to do things singly. Yeah, me want my piece of land, me like them thing there, but me want my piece of land down by the river or the sea, and all this nonsense that here come out of people's head. What a lot of fart. If we don't move as a community, we're weak. Why is it that France owns all of African colonies, money in a French bank? Why is all the Caribbean money in a British bank and Dutch bank and United States bank and German and French? Oh, we don't have a bank where few money going a few bank. I remember in the 80s, a group of black businessmen tried to open a bank. Not a cooperative, a bank. And the Bank of England wouldn't give them the license to do it, even though they had everything that was requested of peoples who need to open a bank. But you know what it was? Because they knew once that bank opened, them people was closer to the community. So we would have bank with them. We want to, when you're sending your children to school to learn business and banking, tell them to learn how to open our own bank. So we can, I'm kind of fill with money. This is the madness that is happening with Africans globally. Whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the United States, the Caribbean, or Europe. You're sitting down there depending on your enemy. Make no beans about it. They are our enemy. Because they don't even have the goal to even apologize for what they did. They want to blame it on their descendants. But you don't blame your benefits on your descendants, do you? I mean, sorry, my apologies. On your ancestors. What their ancestors did to us, or them benefit from we. Them don't want to blame them benefits upon that. They want to blame what them do and say it wasn't them. No, but you benefit. You benefit and you still benefiting till now. You still have got you. You understand me? So we as Africans, stop trying to set up something new. There's so many different organizations. Pick one that suits you and join that and assist it. Instead of, boom, me know better. Oh no, me have decided me want to, make me go do the idea there. And then you start up and you know these little factions. Not that we shouldn't do that. But you need to feed into what's going on already. Look at all the Saturday schools we have. Why there's no black businesses that wants to say, let me sponsor your school? Let me sponsor this Saturday school. What can I do to assist this Saturday school? How can I help it? And write it off on your tax. But you're going to support white people's things. Anything white people tell you to do. Yeah? You see those images on the television where they might tell about little foy has to walk X amount of miles every day to catch water. Why you never flipping help him? Or why you never help her to catch water? What you film them for? Because them charities there, for every pound you give them, is only about 80 pence reach where it's supposed to go. The CEOs of these charities, they earning like 250, 300,000 pounds a year. Some, $1 million. I don't give no money to them people there. Yeah? But some of us will do it to feel good. You understand? So I don't apologize for loving my people. I don't apologize for telling the truth. Yeah, but what, this little youth here, little rapper youth there, them called Wiley. Yeah? Now I haven't seen the tweets that he made on Instagram or whatever case may be, but apparently he made some tweets referring to the Jews. Yeah? And his record company, his management team, they all dropped him, saying that he was anti-Semitic. Yeah? Now the Jews have put themselves in such a powerful position that nobody can question them. It's almost like them never do nothing wrong. Them never do nothing wrong. Them is above wickedness and fraud and all kind of things that happen in all other communities. It's like them don't do nothing. Yeah? And they don't have no monopoly on suffering and tyranny. And what happened to them, yeah, is nowhere as bad as what happened to us. Because what happened to them, it happened to them over a period of 4 years and it stopped. Yeah? But it still happens to us today. You don't see the police going around arresting their children and picking up their children indiscriminately and I profile them. No. But what happens is, while he get licked down now, his management team, what have we got as a African community to say, let's support that you? Now, don't get me wrong, I never really know who he was. I just went and did a bit of research. And me see him on video with white gal and all them thing there. You understand? Old time people say if you lie down with dog, you wake up with fleas. So when you're doing all them things there to make them think that, yeah, I'm the same as you, they don't see you like the slightest little slip, my friend. And that's what they do. You understand me? Because we're pandering to them too much. Remember when we said earlier, you know, said Jamaica did own reggae music. Jamaica don't own reggae music no more. I don't think they own the patent on the word reggae music. Did they paint it and say we created this music called reggae music and paint it and say it's ours? I bet some white person own it. Yeah? And not an African from Jamaica who created the flipping music. And this is what I want. We just give everything. Oh, love and this and this and that. And we don't get jack all tight. In tune to Nubian Forum People's talk show. Live here on Galaxy, afiwe.com. If you want to send some texts in, you can send it in or text our WhatsApp on 073 77 92 0703. If you was abroad, it's +44 73 77 92 0703. If you want to call in, interact with the show, it's +44 207 193 0174. Yeah, 0207 193 0174. This show is sponsored by African Development Enterprise, a business that supports things. And Sharp Photography, 48 Riley Indoor Market, Peckham, Southeast 15, 5 Bravo Yankee. See? Check them out. Because them is the only one them that support things. You understand me? Printing and all them something there. Out up caller, what's the name of where you're calling from?
Just call me Critical Thinker, man.
Critical Thinker.
Yeah. I just when you talking about Whitey, yeah. I just want to join on to that, like celebrities, yeah. Kanye West come out with a tune called "Wash Me in the Blood." Yeah. I know enough people said Kanye gone mad. Yeah, he's mentally unstable right now, but you know, I mean, the man can probably come back. He can come back, but that video there, if you watch the video, if the people out there listening, watch that Kanye West video, "Wash Me in the Blood." It's a good video, very graphic.
What called "Wash Me in the Blood"? Yeah,
wash us in the blood.
In what bloody matter though?
I don't know, but the thing is that the message is good, and the video is good. I've got to give him that. Yeah, and the thing is, if you type it in YouTube, yeah, you can't watch the video unless you log in.
Seen.
And the thing is, what I'm saying is like, you can make all kind of video calling the people, calling the women, anything under the sun.
Yes.
You can call your brother anything. You can pull guns on the video.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, long as you're killing black people,
yeah,
and you're disrespecting black people, it's all good.
It's okay. There's an ex-brother called Nick Cannon. Yeah, he said that.
I've heard of that guy. I've heard of him.
You know, and he spoke about he interviewed Professor Griff.
Oh, yeah, Nick Cannon, the comedian guy.
That's right.
Did marry to Myra Carey, the girl there?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. But me as him sell out himself, my man going like a bow to Jews.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the when he was chatting with Griff, it's like the vibe that's licking me to start to speak the truth, and he start talk about how the Jews them in certain ways, and certain people, if you act in a certain way, you don't have no compassion, then you're acting like a savage. He didn't actually call them a savage, you know. You say you're acting like a savage if you don't have no heart. If you can't apologize to putting people in slavery for 400 years, then what does that make you? That means you don't have no compassion. So anyway, so when he said that, now they pull him up to sack him, and then what he did was they reinstate him the job. But before they reinstate him the job, he ordered Professor Griff interviews, all the Tariq Nasheed videos, all those interviews are taken down. And he interviewed a Jew man a few days ago, and he's like, I didn't even watch it, but it's just there. If you read the comments, it's just there. People saying, "Boy, he apologizing, like he's groveling." And
yeah, because you see, what happens with them Monday? You see, them Mondays, money rule them.
That's what I'm saying.
Money rule them, boy. They, you know.
But the thing is, hear the joke now. If you personally had some money, now you can say come. But hear the joke. Even Puff Daddy said, "Look, come on my side. Come over to my ship," and he rejected. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And the thing is, it don't look good. All around, even
you know what that, you know what that does, Critical Thinker. You know what that does. You know what that does, Critical Thinker. You know what that does. You know what that does, Critical Thinker. You know what that does. 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 You know what what that does, it shows the power, yeah, that the Jews have. They have power. Make no beans about that. They have power. And they're not afraid to wheel it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Right?
Did you know that if you make a rap song, yeah? If you make a rap song, there's if you make a rap music and you mention the Jews in it, you know that record can get banned or scrapped. You're not allowed to mention the Jews in rap music, but you can call a woman anything under the sun.
But you can call black woman anything you want. You can parade black women like prostitutes in videos, kicking out, I kick out them pum pum and all them something there.
Yeah.
I kick out them body. You can make all them kind of nastiness that shows our community in a derogatory manner.
Yeah.
But if you say the about the Jews, you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah, man.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Right? And you know, people just need to know the history of these people them who's calling themselves Jews. They are Jewish religious practices. They're not Jews by ethnicity.
But let me just switch up a bit. But you see that Jew thing, yeah, right? I don't want to kind of go too far, but a lot of this is a lot of them deal with the sciences and the dark levels of knowledge, you know. People say don't talk about that, but they deal with the dark side of knowledge. When you got we talk about the Kabbalah and the science and magic, that's what they deal with.
What you see, I critical thinker. I try to change the narrative of certain terminologies. Just because something dark don't mean say it bad.
True.
You understand? So I would say they deal with the evil side of knowledge. Because there is good and there is evil. Yeah? Because all things come out of darkness.
True.
When you then your mother womb is darkness in. You understand me I say?
But you see, it proves to you when they say, we burnt the Egyptian books. They didn't burn those books, you know.
No, they stole them.
Sorry?
They stole them.
They stole them. Listen, they didn't burn those books.
Yeah?
They kept those.
They burnt down the Library of Alexander. That library was burnt down.
Okay.
Yeah, that library was burnt down. But a lot of books were stolen before them burned them down.
That knowledge here, because the Egyptians had the sacred wisdom. Yeah, which they didn't pass on to the masses. Yeah, and if you look at the leap that since they came across the Egyptian books, the leap that they had in knowledge, they just leapt in knowledge. So that proves to you that they didn't burn those books, man. They were deciphering what these books meant and trying to work out what's in these books. And it took them many years to cipher. And once they start to cipher the knowledge, boom. That's where they start to go into they start to make airplanes and you know what I mean. They advanced. The people talk about aliens come and see them. No aliens didn't come and see them. They broke the code of the Egyptian books, and that's where they got their knowledge from. And they corrupted. Now they just corrupted the whole world.
Let me read out this text here, King. It said, "Them same Jewish are happy to fund, promote, and distribute the music of niggers killing niggers true."
Yes.
Yeah, but we can't say nothing about them. Can't say nothing about them Semitic. And then what happened to an anti-African Negrophobia? Yeah, continue burn them out and earthquake them. Rush Prophet Kwaku, big up yourself. Otep.
To tell you, I'm gonna end now, but to tell you the truth, I don't think we're in the right mind, you know, like Amos Wilson said. And the last story is that a black man went to a funeral, yeah, in America, and shoot up 14 people. 14 people get shot at the funeral. How can you go to a funeral where people dying? People is
that happens, King. That is not new. That's been going on for a while.
But 14 people, that's the boy, I don't know, says 1 or 2 men, but 14 people. You know, there's a video on YouTube, and if you watch the video, there's like about a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old baby running around on the street. And the man let off shot on them. He let off shot on the whole crowd. He don't care about the children. He just bust the 14 shot. And you see people running.
Critical thinker. You know of a thing what them call mind control. Remember, you know, we do not do that to the descendants of the people them that created and did the most heinous things to us over centuries. We don't do that to them. We do it to ourselves. So that tells you that the man's a musical mentality that is in our minds is orchestrated. Because you don't hear black people doing that to nobody else but themselves. No. We don't.
Yeah. And the thing is, you're talking about say 1,000-2,000 people coming to the event, yeah, right? People will crowd out the carnival, pack it out.
Pack out the carnival.
The Sunday best today. Put on the
for dance up and kick up them body, yeah. and all them something then and go on fool.
When you go home, you're tired. We haven't achieved nothing.
But the thing about it, critical thinker, even carnival, we don't own it no more. Don't belong to us. We don't make no money from carnival now. That area where carnival is was a dump when I was a boy growing up.
Sorry, just let me cut you a second, yeah. If anybody out there don't know how Shepherd's Notting Hill look, go and watch Steptoe and Son.
Yeah.
Steptoe and Son will show you how Notting Hill look. That's how Notting Hill is it was a dump.
Big up Grace, Natasha, big up on yourself. Yeah, text read, greetings, I and I hear you loud and clear. We lacking in collective militancy. From Luton. Big up Luton.
Well, yeah, that's all I want to say.
Well, give thanks, critical thinker.
Okay, sir.
Right. Text read, this could never be my new normal. I might as well leave this planet now. The majority will mask up. I don't wear one, and I have had a test. It was negative. Shopping. I think this was probably for earlier on, wasn't it? Yeah. Otep, caller, what's the name where you're calling from?
Hello, Kwaku. I'm Burchak.
Yes, Burchak.
Very good topic. Very good topic indeed. Yeah. I'm very, very upset. When I hear the word Israel, I'm very upset with them. Very, very upset with them. And it gets to my blood boil. Even in some tunes, when they say, like the children of Israel and everything to do with Israel, I'm upset with them. Everything to do with them. Mm-hmm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And basically, you have to go a bit back. Look what they did to King Lion on Omega FM, because he played the extract, and he said, "Could this be true?" He didn't say this is true. He said, "Could this be true?" And then they started to come on him.
One second, Virgil. 1 second. Yeah, caller that I just added. Could you just mute your call, please, because it's coming back in the background. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. They said to him that one of the the Jewish defenders, the speaking up, I think the advocacy group, and they said that you should come down to the studio to just talk to him. He goes, "I don't want any violence," but the way he was twitching his eyes was like they wanted to do something to King Lion, and that's what King Lion left.
Well, the thing about it is this: I don't think the radio station that King Lion was on supported him. Yeah, and that's it.
Cowardice.
884. That's all on. Yeah. So I don't think that they supported him, really and truly, in that situation. But my point this evening, I don't want to make this show about them. I'm just using that as an illustration. What I'm talking about in my community is the fact that we don't have that type of power, because we don't create nothing together, and when things happen, instead of we try to repair it, we don't repair it. We move on and go do something else. Somebody do something else, and we're like a splinter group. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no coordination, there's no unification, there's no consensus, there's nothing.
Okay.
And that's what I'm talking about. So give thanks, Burjak.
Before I go, I'll give a shout out to Wiley. Bye. Peace.
Yeah,
come out.
okay. Yeah. Next caller. Oh, they're gone. Yeah, I think this has been happening all day with they phone, and then the phone does, you put them on hold and they cut off. So you can call back callers 0207 193 0174. I've got some texts here that I want to read out. It says, things are going up and up. The oil prices, the food prices. I'm very scared of this. Equal rights and equity. It's the Israelis that are controlling the world. The biggest trouble you have is Israeli, and they will fall. Then the world will change for the better. Israeli people at the top of control nearly all the governments. I don't think that's the case in that respect. I think that Europeans are the ones that's controlling things, and right now there's a war between the Europeans and the Asians now for control of resources of the planet. So China, the United States of America, they're at war. There's a war going on with these people. It might not be no bombs dropping and missiles, but there's a big war going on with them, and they're fighting for control of the resources of the planet because they're greedy. All of them, they're all greedy. Nobody wants to share. Yeah, the Africans share with everybody and them teeth it. That's what them do. A bunch of teeth. Read out this text here. Oh God. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through the text and people. My apologies. Yeah, it says, Prophet Kwaku, what I am saying is that they have all these so-called hate crimes called anti-Semitic and anti-this and that, homophobia, this and that phobia. But when they attack us, they don't call it, yeah, anti-African, anti-black Negro phobia or Afrophobia or any such name. Pure hypocrisy and white racism are run the place. Oseji. Yeah, true. I love that text because it's true. When Africans are attacked by other people, them don't call it. Them want to call it hate crime. No, we have a name for it. You know. Otep caller, what's the name and where you calling from?
Greetings from a Kwaku, Sharon.
Sharon, yeah, Otep, my sister. Can you turn your radio down in the background because it's feeding back on the system? So.
Okay, right. Oh, have I turned it down?
Just trying to go through the text and people. My apologies.
See, I can hear it.
You can still hear it. Oh.
All right. Yes, go on, sister.
Yeah, the question, what I would like to say is that I think we concentrate far too often on what's going bad, and we're not really focused on what's going good. For all the years that I have been involved in our community, one way or the other, sitting in the background, a lot of the time, all I ever hear is what we're not doing. And I know there's a lot of things that we're doing, and we're doing it good. And it's high time we start to congratulate ourselves on these things. If it's one step good, rather than no step at all. And I think if we don't start changing the way we talk about our positiveness, these children and other people around will always think that there's nothing positive going on with us.
I'm listening, sis. I'm listening. You know, sis, I hear what you're saying, yeah? And as I said earlier, individually, a lot of us do well. I'm not talking about the individual here. I'm talking as a community, as a collective. We don't do well. And that's just the facts. Individually, there's a lot of black people in this country that are well-to-do. They do well. They send their children private school. They do well. They get big corporate jobs, and then they go in a mix-up. You understand what I'm saying? But as a collective, as a community, we are not doing good. That is just the facts. Yeah, we are. What I would say, we are. Not say surviving, but we are, as a want of a terminology we use on the road, we are got through. But that's how we just are got through. But we're not doing good as a community, as a collective.
Great, we're not doing wonderful, but we are plodding on. But I think we have to start saying we are plodding on rather than not doing anything at all.
No, I never said, sis, I'm sorry to cut you, my sister. I never said we're not doing things. I said, and I want this to be very, very clear, that as a community in Britain, Africans don't own nothing. We don't own no area, and we've been here the longest. There's no area. You can go to an area, and you know how the Bangladeshi them control that area. Them have all the businesses, them in the council, everything. You can go in that area, you know, so the Pakistani them own it. Yeah? You can go in that area, you know, so the Indian them control it. You can go in that area, you know, so the Portuguese. Yeah? You can go in that area, you know, so the British. You can go in that area, you know, so the Jews. Mm-hmm. But where is the area you can go and you can say, okay, Africans actually run that area. They've got all the businesses in that area. They're in the council and all them things. There's none.
I get that. And there is none. And the government has a lot to do with our downfall as well, because whilst they assisted all those other nations, just like they...
That's not true.
...destroyed... Well,
that's not true.
...in our destruction, and we've gone on aided and abetted a bad situation.
I hear you, sis, yeah? But you can only blame the government so far. And I'm no friend of the government. Make no beans about that. But you got to tell the truth. In the 70s, in the 80s, right, and in the early 90s, when Ken Livingstone and the GLA, when I give money, them give money to everybody. There was nobody them never give money to. And black people got money. They got lots of it. And they got buildings and things like that. But because of their own covetous, nasty behavior, our inability to agree or disagree amicably, they lost all those buildings. Some of them took the money and flew out. Yeah, and them go below Guyana, them go below Ghana, Africa, and Caribbean, and the money that was supposed to be fueling so we could own those buildings never happened, and we lost them.
Our parents weren't. Sadly, our parents weren't looking to stay here long term.
No. Listen to what I'm saying to you, sis. Listen to what I'm not. No. I want this to be very clear. I'm not talking about our parents. What I'm talking about is black organizations that got money from the government. That's just a fact. They got the money and then palm off the money to themselves. Mm-hmm. I that them though. I don't lie me I tell. Them know who them is. Them they get the money and them take the money go build a house. Instead of building what they needed to build for their communities here.
That's right.
So that's why we got and now we the descendants now is running around. We ain't got no building. When we had buildings, and we could have still had them till today. But them rob the people them rob them on our community. So you can't just blame the government all the while. Yeah. Yes, the government has got a part to play.
I hear what you're saying, and sure enough, we've had a lot of fraudsters and egotistic behaviour in our community. But we've got some solid people in our community now, ready to go forward. Don't get me wrong, Brother Kwaku. We are at the lowest ebb compared to other nationalities that have been here a lot longer than us. But I'm saying...
No, a lot less than us. We've been here the longest.
Right, longest. But we're still, many of us, like when I was growing, when I was coming up, right, because I'm the last of that generation...
674, that's all in a minute, 674. Yeah, go on, sis, go on.
When I was coming up, right, I had to get my teeth in, or I started listening about African culture and about ourselves from hearing music, from hearing music. And that's what kind of taught me about me as a person, my culture, looking to Africa, looking at my people, looking at us and saying that we're a community. So I'm that generation, now I'm that adult. And I'm now saying it's time for me to be part of that community, to build and to go forward. Yeah? And I'm putting myself forward. There are many people I know putting them. Sadly, there are those who just don't get it. They're just not part of it.
Well, sis, sis, there's always been people that put themselves forward, and you know, the ordinary peoples out there that support the various organizations over the years, they're good people. But the leaders, the people them that's been in those organizations, as one text said here, it says, Prophet, there are too many dictators in our organizations coming and was coming like Wazungo, my way or no other way, and it says no humility. They are narcissists. You know, that's a text that just coming from somebody. You understand me?
But it's the truth. We have experienced and suffered a lot of narcissists. People who are grandiose in their thinking, who want to be the top dog, the alpha male, the alpha female, and I'd say particularly the alpha male. And they've kind of destroyed the whole, a lot of processes, a lot of good processes that have gone on. But we're wiser now. We know we can kind of feel their vibe and know we're not linking in with them. We're not linking in with those groups of people no more.
Well, I don't know about that, because I know there's enough groups of people out there doing good things. And, you know, the people them that are well-to-do need to fund them.
Saying, Brother Kwaku, as to why we need to concentrate on talk out who is good in the community. Let us all go to those people. They've got standing history in the community. Don't want to hear that yesterday somebody who's got some little grey areas about them. I'm interested in the people.
Yeah, but I mean, with due respect, sister, Galaxy does do that. There's a lot of people that come here on Galaxy, and
I say, Brother Kwaku, again, it's because of Galaxy. I was even talking to my husband about it. It's because of Galaxy, as I said, like Rasta and all the rest of it, that kind of have stood in the community for a long time. That's when I started to hear the music and started to hear the competitions when they used to do quizzes and things like that. That's how I even started to go to a lot of our black community-based things, because I used to hear the advertisements from Galaxy. Yes, so I big them up, rate them up, and it's because, this is what I'm saying, they're doing good.
Well, Galaxy is one of those mediums, sis, yeah? And if people really love Galaxy, they will set up a standing order for their £1 a week or their £5 a week to Galaxy Radio community account. Remember, Galaxy don't advertise. So Galaxy don't get no money from no charity. The charity's got to come from the community. You understand me? So I'm going to read out the Galaxy bank account. Yeah, but I got another caller, sis. So you want to land?
Yeah, please do read it out, and I'll be, I'll put myself to the money where my mouth.
Okay, sis. Give thanks, yeah? Every time.
Thank you.
Otep. Yes, next caller.
Otep Siba.
Yeah, Otep. Let me read out the account number first, yeah?
Go on.
Right. This is the Galaxy account number. Now, if you're out there and you're a listener, this is one way that you can help a medium that is run by 4 Africans. You understand? No European none control of this station. Yeah. We control this thing. We run this thing. Things don't run we. Yeah? So with the aid of you, the community, we can do more and we could do better. We can expend our bandwidth so it don't get clogged up. But we can only do that with the finance necessary. So here it is. The bank account number for Galaxy is 93858413. I repeat, this is the bank account number 93858413, and the SAT code is 400630. I repeat, SAT code 400630. See? And the account name is Community. That's the account name, Community. Yeah? So donate your money them to that bank account, and if enough want to donate, we represent them might get a little wages. You never know. If every black person in this country fling all a £10 in there, we don't have to do no work. We can depend on Galaxy 24/7. I bring in the information. We could go out there. We can go do research and all them thing there. Oh, you think all them stations and do what them do? Them have money. Steve, my big brother, Miami, hold tight. Steve, I want you to give us some information. What going on in Miami? You know, call me and make we know now. +44 207 193 0174. That's +44 207 193 0174. Yes, go through now, caller.
OTEP, ever from ADE and Sharp Photography.
Yes, I big up my sponsor them.
Yes. I totally agree with what you said about the community. We don't have any community like back in the days of the 70s and the 80s. Brixton, as I should say, where I spent most of my time as a youth growing up. You know, we used to go to Brixton Market, and obviously, you know, me and my auntie them used to go down there, and you know, I used to carry the local shopping bag, and we used to shop, and we, you know, they used to greet each other. You know, we don't have it anymore. I remember the days when Soprano B and you know, Nasty Rockers them used to have them record shop.
Yes, right then underneath the bridge there.
Yeah, within the market, within the market itself, and you know, reggae music used to, as I said, used to supplement. You know what I mean? Many people and
give whole heap of people work.
You understand?
Absolutely. Reggae music used to give thousands of black people work globally.
Absolutely.
In the United States, right? Canada, the Caribbean, and Britain. Yeah, from north down to south, east and west, you had record shops.
Absolutely. I remember the days. I remember those days. You know what I mean? You know, man used to come. You know, used to send for these entertainers. They used to come. Sugar Minot, Johnny Clark, Derai Wilson, because of what the reggae music was empowering these employment. But we don't have it anymore. Them sell it off to the Chinese. If the Chinese them not have it,
Chinese, Sony, all of these Japanese.
Yeah.
Hold on there. I have the great Dr. Aboo in the house with me. Yes, doctor. Say something to the people, huh?
Rise up, prophet.
Go on.
Rise up all the time.
Which one is it? Not this one, yeah? Oh, see further one there.
Rise up.
No.
Rise up all the time.
No, you can't hear.
You turn it on?
Go on now.
Rise up, prophet.
Yes. It's a bit loud now, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, Dr. Aboo in the house. We give thanks and praise to the creating force that you to bring the doctor in.
Just passing through, my virgin.
Bring up Dr. Aboo.
Just passing through.
I was saying that, you know, and this now is everything is declining. We don't want it anymore. We don't want it at all.
And that's a lot of jobs that was lost. Remember our Jetstar and all them people there. All have to close down.
Jetstar, yes. You know, see, all of these things we don't want it. Just like any other thing, we don't want. And you're right. We don't have a community anymore. We don't have no community. At least if the Indian man, them can't see them a go South Hall because them own South Hall, them own Bradford and all them places.
Them own South Hall, them own part of Wembley, a place them called Appleton. Them control that.
Me know Appleton. Yes.
Them control it, and you can't go set up no business. There's no black man. We can't tell you that no. That can't happen.
So it's true your talk. Unity Center, the same thing. You know, see in a Peckham, right? Abu don't know about that.
Yes,
Unity Center again.
And I'm telling you, worse is coming because most of the things they were occupied now is the colleges them.
Exactly, Malayan. So we don't want none. Brixton gone, Peckham gone, Alston gone,
Lewisham gone, Dalston gone.
You know, see it? So you're correct. I agree with them. That's why I call in to support the eye on that.
We don't control nothing.
Right? We don't control nothing. So the only thing we can control now is Garvey Town. You know, see?
That's right.
Invest and put our money where more than if it's not Garvey Town, we'll control other places in Africa. You see what I'm saying? right? So it's true. We need to start support we as a people.
And I know that there's some people that them probably don't have no money for bill, but they would like to support Garveytown. So we'll be setting up a Garveytown where they GoFundMe something there, yeah, where people can contribute to help Garveytown. Because Garvey is 300 acres of land, a whole land, and we need a lot of our community to get involved to come and build properties.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not Garveytown. You have Sister Angelia who's doing great things in Gambia.
Mm-hmm.
You see, these are areas we need to start looking now. And then before I go, I just want to, mention ADE and Sharp Photography and what we do within the studio. Obviously we do T-shirts. We do wedding invitation. We do christening invitation. Obviously, if you're going to Jamaica and you're planning to get married out there, yes, we cover all of that. We cover all of that. We have a villa out there as well for your convenience. So if you want to stay somewhere which is a black one, yes, we control that. And I can read out the website for the villa that you can go on there and see for yourself if I'm allowed to do so. Right. So let me give you the website for the is www. Quite simple, parklane105.com. Right? Once you go in there, you will see apartment booking, etc., etc. And then photography wise as well, we have a full package. Whereas if you want video, drone, and professional photography, we are tailored to do that also. I will give you the website for that as well. And I will take my time and tell you, which is www.sharpphotographics.com. Right? So it's www.sharpphotographics.com. Quite simple. Just go in there. Once you go in there, you go into portfolio, and it will give you the different weddings that we do here in the UK and also in Jamaica. So, we need to support, we need to start support we as a people, and stop the foolishness. And I totally agree with you. We do not control no community here. And this is why the youth them behave the way they behave.
That's right.
They say, well, because them say, well, look, but we don't control nothing. See?
But the only difference with that, the problem that I find with that, is that their anger is vented at themselves.
That's the problem.
That is the only issue.
That's the problem.
But let me read out this text. It says, Seba, I will be covering Nick Cannon and Wiley with the children because I definitely want to get the children to be critically thinking. Omowale Malcolm X told us not to look to entertainers as leaders. We keep doing this. Otep Seba Mosso. And Seba Mosso is one of my students that came through Nubia African Community Foundation School. And he runs a moral philosophy class on Zoom every week. And so if people are interested in that, you can contact him on 07508 518 571. That's 07508 518 571. And he does it for children from the ages of 5 upwards. You know what I mean? So it's very, very good class. Very, very good class. And you should check it out. Yeah, Doctor, you do answer something.
I'm gonna.
You got London not ever?
Yeah, I'm gonna land on this. I'm just saying, yes, we should start support Galaxy because Galaxy is giving out a lot of information. And look, if we can put a little tempo on us or even more to support what Galaxy is doing, I think it would be beneficial.
Yeah, yeah. More people make some direct debit and some what do you call it? Standing out for like £100 a month, cause wages we are looking, but we want to be. We cannot be efficient because we have to do other things to get financing. You understand me? I say so. We can't be as efficient as we would love to be. Could you imagine if you could have send me pay with fear for go somewhere for watch this the coverage of what's going on in certain countries and things there. Your hotel fee pay and everything, and you can go out there. You know what I mean? These are the things that we want to expand ourselves to. We don't want to limit ourselves just yes, sir. We want to be able to say, yes, we got Dr. Aboo live in the Gambia. We got Shanice live in New York City. You understand me? I say we have the Prophet live down in Ghana.
Chief in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, we have the chief in a Sierra Leone and them thing there. You know what I mean? Live, talking live, you know. And we know so we not have no problem because everything around Chris. You see me I deal with?
It can happen. But anyway, I want to learn that anyway. It can happen.
All right, then give thanks, yeah?
All right, then.
Bless up.
Right,
yes, doctor.
Yes, Prophet, rise up, my virgin, you know. Rise up, you know, as rise up to Everton, you know. Because we must say true, you know, we got to support. We got to invest in our community, invest in our young people. You know? The reason why Upper South Hall is like that is because those businesses invest in their community.
That's right.
And we have to be real, blood. We have to be real because they are a kind of romance black business. Black business is so damn white. Why you think all of these centers been taken away?
That's right.
You understand? You know? Why you think all these, when they call them Jetstar and all of them is no more? Because they wasn't thinking African.
No. And
the truth, me I tell you, whether you use you have an African body and I think like a damn European, you must lose it, blood, and you will forever lose it. You know? It's time we come out of this sorry game and come to the reality. You know, see. You know, the youth man them out there who don't know better, it's our duty to teach them. You know, see. But our peer group, if we are trying to tell them certain things, they all want to thump with our mouth blood.
True.
The behavior of them. I have no problem with young people out there. The problem that I have is our own peer group.
Yeah, peer group. And you know, Dr. Aboo, I totally agree with you. Because there's no use we telling you them have to do this, and then amongst ourselves we not do it.
Not do it.
You understand me? I say we not repair any damage that we have created amongst ourselves. You understand me? I say, and so I think it's a bit hypocritical, yeah, to be preaching to the people them thing there, but we not do it. You know, we have to lead by example.
Yeah, there's a thing that I come here to put straight. You know, Sister Shanice, she set up the SOS executive that they're gonna have a Zoom meeting on the 9th. Of August. Okay. You understand? So the people have to tune into that because some people have said that they don't hear Wagwan, but that was announced, you know.
We'll get the people to meet again, no?
You know, the Zoom executive meeting on the 9th of August from 7:30 to 9 p.m.
Or it's just an executive? What executive is that?
The executive in there, you have different...
what's the SOS sound for?
Summit of Solution.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
So you have different...
Yes.
And so those are the ones that we are engaging in that.
Yeah. There's a text here. It says she was 64. That was a woman, Wilson. With regards to the bank, maybe people don't know about them or don't trust them. Ghana is asking for us to return. Yeah. Yes. Hold on, Carla. Hold on. Ghana is asking us to return. How come Ghanaian banks don't come into our community and ask for our custom? They could also show in our community guiding us home. The same could be said about the African countries. The Indians often hold shows to show their people the way home. With the outburst from Wiley, watch and see how they are going to be gunning for the other grime artists like Stormzy to distance from the brother and bow down to them. The attack on grime artists has begun. Yeah, you hold on, Dr. Aboo. No, hold on, Carla. Dr. Aboo was saying something. You finish?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yes, go on, Carla.
Greetings, Profane. Greetings to my beloved elder, Aboo. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, yeah, basically, you know, we shouldn't have any sympathy for people like Nick Cannon and Wiley. Why would you stand up to these people? Who is their minder? Who is the minder of Wiley and who is the minder of Nick Cannon? Looking out to Jews. They've always gathered it to our music. From Joey Wexler, Atlantic Records, through to the people that bought out Motown, through to Def Jam, through to Island Records. What's the man's name? Steve Thingy Blackwell, who owned Island Records. He was a Jew. Promoter Bob Marley. All the way through to now, where they still manage artists like Wally and others. Why? Because
when Wiley was saying about him kill black people, and when him do to black girl from when he was all right then. Yeah, it was all right to disrespect the black community. Yeah, when he was on videos, I'm showing our women in derogatory manner and think that was fine, but to all a comment about them,
who's behind that?
But the thing about it is this, you know, and I'm gonna ask Dr. Aboo this question and you this and the people this question.
People that are
No.
Afrophobic.
Yeah.
These people
Kwame.
are Afrophobic.
Oh yeah, and they are Afrophobic. They're Afrophobic. But listen to this, Kwame. And I'm gonna ask everybody the question. And you, Dr. Aboo, do you blame them?
No.
In a way, I do, because you
No.
like you said, Prophet, we can't sing dodgy things about them, and we can't talk to a Ashkenazi woman. Yo, baby, you're right.
Yeah, but listen to this now. Dr. Aboo said no. I want to hear Dr. Aboo reasons for why he said no.
You can't reform certain things, blood. That's how they set. All we have to do is do our own thing. The time when we had take for change these people, we could use that same energy to do certain things for ourselves. You know?
And I agree with that. I don't blame them. Because who pays the piper? Call the tune. We should be in a position as a black people on this planet that we could employ our young men and women to do music that is not detrimental to our community and pay them well. So we could pay them and we would be the piper and we would dictate the tune. So they're looking out for their community, you know. The Jew, them are look out for Jews, you know. So you can't blame them. No, hold on, Kwame, hold on. I'm going to give you an opportunity. When I say to you, beloved, it's not that I agree with it, you know. I'm just looking at it from a pragmatic point of view. Them a look out for themselves. So anything them can do for help for themselves, that is what them doing. We should be doing that. We have enough black people in the world with money. Yeah? It's not money, is not black people problem. It's our mentality that is our problem. That's why when the sister called earlier and she was saying, oh, we need to talk about the good things of it. I said, singly, a lot of us do well, but collectively, we don't. And that's why we all need to come out next week, Saturday. It's Saturday, so there's no excuse. Nobody tell me them for their work.
Serious thing, Prophet.
Yeah? We need to come and lock down I want to lock down London. You think I just Brixton, me want to lock down London, Westminster, everywhere. Me want so much black people come that nothing can drive in at the M25. That me want. You understand me I say? Yeah? Because they've been killing us like dogs here for centuries. In the last 40, 50 years, almost black people we know who dead at the hands of police. I can name a few. Wayne and Brian Douglas. My cousin Cherry Gross. Ricky Geddy. Ricky Bishop. Sean Riggs. You understand me? Jai Gardner. Cynthia Jarrett. And the list goes on. You understand me I say? So it's not the first time them a kill black people. But now we got some flipping BLM, Europa flipping funny woman and all them people there behind them. And them a take control of the protest. And the entire engine of the European powers behind them. Because their agenda is not really to liberate black people. Right? But to infiltrate the liberation movement and impose. Yeah?
But it happened before now. It happened before with these woman lib. Remember these woman lib?
Yeah,
group?
the woman lib, yeah.
You understand, you know? When we were there liberating the family, they set up the black woman to liberate herself from her own black man.
Duncan, hold tight. Big up yourself. Dwayne. Monsieur.
These are the things.
Azania. Monsieur.
These are the things them where we don't really look on. And today in this country, some of the women them is so damn lonely. So like a shower dog them having at the damn
Steve Andrew, cause monsieur.
You know, because they're not thinking blood.
Well, you see, what happened is, you said this before, you know, and Elder Erakuti said, we're not living within our own modality. Yeah? We're not living African cultural practices. You understand what I'm saying? We're taking on foreign doctrines and trying to impose on African people. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't work. Kwame.
Yeah, you know, that's why I'm saying that, you know, they have responsibility too. Like I said, you cannot disrespect any other people apart from us, because you feel that you somehow you believe that you are better than us, and then when you will use some of us to put us to the lowest common denominator. And I will never forget, you know, we can't forgive these Ashkenazi Jews, because that's the rightful term, Ashkenazi Jews.
That's right, that's right.
Ashkenazi, Khazars. Where they coming from? Go and Google it. K-A-Z-A-R-S, Khazar. Ash, A-S-H, K-E-N-A-S-I, Ashkenazi. Go and check it out, beloved. Listeners, go and check it out. Do your research, right? So, if they, using trickery and deceit, use some of us to disrespect us, I blame them, because they claim to have the moral order and the moral fiber. You can't say, oh, you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah, but
very happy.
Kwame, I've got to disagree with you there. I'll tell you why. Because how can you blame somebody that you know real and truly them not deal with truth and right? We know that. You understand what I said? What them dealing with?
Do you really these people?
It's like the scorpion and the frog.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to belabor on that point, right? What you just said about we need to invest in Galaxy, like you said, let's have big plans for Galaxy. There's nothing. Think about how do you think these people get this big? Capital Radio, Radio London, Radio 5 Live. Do you know who owns Choice FM now? It's a conglomerate called Global.
Global. Yeah, they own Choice FM. Yes. They own Capital Radio. They own LBC.
With the London Hervers, right? How do you think they got to that point? Money, beloved. It's not through nice words or charity. It's through money. So we have to put our money where our mouth and support Galaxy, because the Galaxy is the only Pan-African black-orientated station in London or in the UK or in the Western Hemisphere, possibly in the African world, that has a remit to emancipate the black or the African person from total white dominance.
Kwame, it's not only money. Bill Crosby have a lot of money, and he could even get here. They make sure jail him lows. But I'm saying that.
No, but that's what I said. They don't have sympathy for black.
Kwame, hold on. Let Doctor just finish what he's saying, and he can come back. Yeah,
we see the same behavior even in these borough. Yeah, you can have the money for work my business, and then don't give it to you. And then when you realize another one come and open it. You know, I've seen something going on, you know, and a lot of people, I think them get excitement when I hear that Lambert. I talk about, I do something about reparation.
Yes.
I will tell you one thing. Don't butter with bread away upon them, because if Lambert Council did a rob with £800 for 6 years to keep something down there, a full time we go back for your money, damn thief.
Lambert Council was charging the committee £800 a year, virtually just under £800 a year for us to book that square, and we discovered that other organizations that was using it was getting it for free. And remember, you know, we were dealing with reparations.
That's it.
And that's what they were doing. And let me tell people this. If we've seen that councils have said they're going to look at reparations and all these kind of things, yeah? But remember this. If you remember the 70s, and you remember the 80s, and you remember the 90s, all these other groups is going to jump on the bandwagon, and they're going to end up better off than we did. You remember?
Look who run Black History Month now.
Look who run Black History Month now. Yeah? You understand me? I say, look who run Black Archives.
It is another one down there.
You understand what I say? So the thing about is this, you know. Yeah, when you hear them talk about BME, black and ethnic minorities.
It's Asian.
Yeah? The black and Asian minorities, and when you hear them say the bank lied and all, and people said, isn't they pool all these people? Listen, reparations is an African thing. We're not dealing with we're not in no group with nobody else. A few things.
True, man.
That we are deal with. Me not business about them and for them plight, because them I get where them I get. We want to get what we forget. What is due to us by divine right. You understand me say? I don't know make up story where make up. Yeah, we can prove our existence here, how we come here, where we travel from, how we get to where we did there, and our parents come here. I don't know make up story. Yeah, and we can tie the situation of our people to the conditions that we find ourselves now.
Of course.
To them, something that what transpires, to us. So no, come tell me nothing about no blouse and skirt. You know, yeah, Raquel, old type Pancho, big up yourself every time. Yeah. Right, so me don't want nobody come tell say anything to we, right, about black and ethnic minority and all them something. No, we're not in that. This is an African situation specific to the Africans from the continent and the Caribbean and in the diaspora. Yeah, the issue is reparations, what you have done, and you have to pay. Yeah, you have to pay in finance, you have to pay in cultural assistance, you have to pay in all ways, educational, Africational, every single way. You have to pay our demands. You're not going to dictate it to we. We will tell you, you got the power now, but you won't have the power forever. And our descendants, these shows, these various recordings we're making, they're going to go into archives. And when our descendants dig them up and say our people was warning, but only the too arrogant. Because the feast it was going to be like that forever. Well, there's no talk, no. This is how it's going to go. And you have 24 hours. Like what Khalid Muhammad said. You have 24 hours. Come out. Kwame. You can, say we have to say and then land, because we only have 12 minutes left.
Yeah, man, so what I'm saying basically is that we need to invest in ourselves. So invest in Galaxy. Please put out the details again. I've already invested in Galaxy. When this thing finishes, I'm going to put set up a standing order to contribute on a regular basis to Galaxy. But more importantly, looking broader than that, like you say, you've got Garveytown there. That land is for us. For us, by us. Why don't we start to own plots on that land and do what we can with it? Right? I'm going to think of, looking some money, invest in that place. Because I know that, it's in our...
Garveytown has been there for 16 years. Yeah? And we got 300 acres of land that we want to share with our people. Yeah? We don't have millions of pounds to develop it. If we did, we would have. We just had enough to get it. And it's cost us a lot to keep it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know how the thing run in Ghana. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to people is this. If you want to get involved in Garveytown, right, we got a website. Hold on, caller. We got a website. And the website is www.garveytown.net. You can email us through the website. See? Or if you want to email me directly, you can email me at M for Mother, U for Uganda, D for Dogon, U for Uganda, T for Tanzania, Y for Yah Santawa at yahoo.co.uk. Just send me a number, I will call you and we can see how you can get involved. But we will be setting up a GoFundMe account, see, so that you can contribute into it. If if it's something that you just want to make a donation, say go on with that. See what you can do with that. That'd be fine. One of the things that we're trying to do, we're building an information center, so that when people come to the site, they can come to the information center. We can show you the diagrams and the things of how we want the site to look. But we need money to build that. We need about 40 grand to build that, because it's a big thing. So maybe that's an initiative that people, if they want to donate, they can donate. You know what I mean?
I can't go from me, man. I'll put some money in there.
Okay, Otep, give thanks.
Well,
give thanks.
Well, it's one thing with these people. Them all leave will them dog in them will and
yes,
leave,
yes,
you understand?
Yes,
this is what I'm saying. We not have to do
Kwaku, go on.
Oh, go on, caller. Sorry, go on.
Yo, yeah, Quadna, taxi driver, live and direct. Shout out to the NFAC Passe. Shout out to Master J. Yeah, lovely demonstration. Yeah, lovely thing them go on with down Louisville, Kentucky yesterday. Me say, yeah, shout out to the NFAC. This thing happening in America right now. Okay, but the point that I really want to, illustrate right now, I found out the other day that reparation is not paid to a color or a group. It's paid to a country or a nation. All right, America has got so many different so-called country, but I would like to call it states. Yeah, we're gonna have to designate, a particular state in Africa that is gonna represent, all of the Africans that was, stolen away, taken away against their will, to go to the world court or whatever the world.
You know, taxi driver. We only have about 9 minutes, and I like this conversation. I would like to continue on Thursday, But let me say to you this, that as Africans globally, we don't agree on a lot of things. So the first thing that we have to do, we have to agree on what we're going to set up and how we're going to set it up. We have to set up a bank that is our bank. Hold on a second, beloved. That whatever, if it becomes financial, it's not just a financial thing we must look at, but we definitely need money to inject in things that we need to do. There's no doubt about that. But we can do that ourselves if we collectively contribute. You understand me? Yeah?
And the way I see it, you haven't got long. I keep on getting your time mixed up on a Sunday. Do it, I think it starts at 10, man. But you look like I got it wrong. Anyway,
All right, let me tell you, it's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Sunday. It's 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. or later on a Thursday.
All right. The penny has dropped. All right, but the way I see it,
we can't drop the penny, you have to catch the penny, because if you drop the penny, then we can't spend the money, Well, go on.
The way I see it, the way I see it is that, all of us should leave here first. Go to Africa, get our head on ourselves, start sort out, and then we come back to Europe and America, Brazil and all them things there, and say, right, we are at full capacity now, okay, No, we want to talk about reparation. You understand what I'm saying?
All right,
but the way I see it, it ain't gonna work whilst we is in this blood fire madhouse.
Yes, true.
That's the way that I see it, but that is only me, Quadna, speaking live and direct.
Give thanks, my brother.
Yes.
Catch up on Thursday.
Yes, to all the man them who know I, man.
All right, then. Give thanks, my brother.
Alright.
Okay. Right, no more calls. The last 5 minutes.
Prophet. True, our people there, remember, if we never there a party, we still go on. True. We are in a strategic. We in them like the belly of the beast.
We in the brain of the beast.
We should have give all the kidneys and blows not lick, making up a tile tire. See it. So I see it. Metaphorically.
Metaphorically speaking.
You see. If we organize ourselves, we can get through this situation,
Yeah, look, Dr. Aboo, I have no doubt that if we organize ourselves, but we got to get over this. There's a lot of difference of opinions that we have, and a lot of us hold on to those opinions. And like what I said, disagreement don't mean that we are enemies. It just means we disagree. We must find a way around it, or through it, or under it, or over it.
Look on a can. You ever get a can and you have to strip him? A whole clothes in your van. But you strip that down to reach where you want.
Where you want to eat. And so I'm of that opinion. And we must be truthful about our existence and how we get here and the various things that we engage in. I mean, I grew up in church, Sunday school. And on Thursday I went to the funeral of one of our elders that passed on. She was 98 years old, 98 years old, you know, Gloria Imogen Ashmeal. And, you know, them people believe in them Christian thing, but I've grown and I've learned more things and I've discovered that wasn't the way. You understand me? I've discovered that this thing helped to enslave us and entrap us mentally.
You know, quick, I don't cut you.
Yeah, go on.
If we, you understand, did organize ourselves and take our African spirituality to our parents in our collective way, they would accept it. You understand? I've seen how we massage our people in their ignorance because we want to be on the wheel. You know, we will never try to edify them. I've seen it. I've seen siblings in a home, and one of them is more liberating, and the other one of them is storm blood. You understand? And them side with mommy and daddy in their ignorance, just to be on the wheel. You understand?
Well, may I will it that we all come together as an African people and realize that, you know, it doesn't even matter what we practice, to tell the truth. When the enemy is coming for us, they don't business about that.
Mama Ilton, she's 85. We used to go to church and all of them things there. And she find her African spirituality at that age. She said, give thanks for station like us. This is what it's all about.
Well, you see, the thing is, you know, it all comes back down to that thing called money, innit? Because a lot of these other things have a pump of money. One of the interesting things that I saw in the news was that in Turkey, the Turkish government has reopened up the mosque, and that building was built by Christian. What do you call them again? Not missionaries. They were the oh God, what they call them again? Anyway, they built around about 500 AD. They built this big thing, and then you know that the fight between the Muslims and the Christians over the years. Well, eventually, you know, when the Muslims defeated the Christians, they turned it into a mosque. When the Christians defeated back the Muslims, them turned it back in it, and then eventually, you know, it became, because that was where Constantine, yeah, it was in the time of Constantine that placed the bill. Yeah, and then when him defeated, when Constantine did, and who was it? The Muslim guy,
the Ottoman Empire.
Saladin. Saladin. When Saladin defeated defeated them at the death of Constantine, right? Saladin going and turning it into a mosque. Well, recently now they've turned it back into a mosque. And so what they do when they're having prayers now, they cover up the Christian imagery. And the Pope now, right, made a complaint about it and say he was saddened by this and here. So it just goes to show you what power does. Yeah, when you're unified amongst yourself, other people have to sit by. And you know, it's coming up to 8 o'clock. I got 1 minute left to go. I just want to say to people, be there on the 1st in your numbers. Tell everybody about it. This is African revolution. Yeah, and we mustn't be afraid to use the word revolution. You understand me? I say, because it's only through revolution that change comes. Never you forget that. Yeah, and revolution doesn't have to be violent. Yeah, read what revolution means. It means total change of what is there already. You understand? Just get rid of that and come with something new. You've been in tune to the Nubian Forum People's Talk Show, live here on Galaxy Afiwe.com. Up next is
Ras Ezekiel.
The
variety man.
That's it, the variety man. Otep, Itepe, Ineke, J.A. Senebe. Divine peace, long life, stability, and good health. Otep, the prophet is out.
Ashe.